going 420 friendly. I caught that. I caught that.
Motherfucker.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
There ain't those training rooms where they know how to.
Because he just knocked dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. He's, to me,
They're at-
I thought he was a con artist,
they're-
just based off his look.
They're at edge.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to G.W.R. Gonzo's Wrestling Room, December 29th, 2021. Got a big show planned for you today. All right, got a big show planned today. Got special guests, the Slaughterville Nightmare, Gavin Alexander, pro wrestler, joining me. How you doing tonight?
I'm here. What's up, Chris?
Not a whole lot, man. Just been a busy day, getting all the different stuff done for the show.
Yeah, I can feel that.
So, let's, how long have you been in the wrestling business?
As of May next year, I'll be doing it for 2 decades.
Ooh. Have you,
2 decades. It's been a long, hard road, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
when you first got started, did you go to like a training school or?
Yeah, I started off at New Midwest Wrestling in Springfield, Illinois, did some training there. Then I got into some personal issues where some of my personal demons got the best of me. Traveled, floated around for a bit, different schools, different seminars, different people. Then I made it all the way to the School of Smothers and was trained with G.W.R. and J.N. Tracy Smothers.
Okay.
And then, done plenty of seminars, everyone from John Gresham to the late Tracy Smothers, the late Bobby Eaton, Jerry Lynn, Samu, multiple others, and then just have been grinding ever since.
Bobby Heenan would have been cool. He's always been one of my favorites in the wrestling business.
Yeah, beautiful Bobby Eaton was a great seminar. Learned a lot about tag team wrestling from Bobby.
I bet.
Learned a lot of tag team wrestling and heel work from Tracy.
Yep. So did you start in wrestling in Illinois?
Yeah, I started in Illinois, and I've branched out, went to different states since. I've been over to Indiana, down to Tennessee, up to Wisconsin, getting ready to hit Kentucky next year. I'm just branching out. I'm shooting my shot in 2022.
Hey, that's what you have to do nowadays if you want to get to your goal.
Yeah.
Do you oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just like, yeah, and that is my goal, to shoot my shot, to get noticed, to get the recognition of 2 decades.
So what brought you to MPG Wrestling?
MPG Wrestling is a company I've had on my radar for many, 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 many years. Coach Matthew Burns, Big Chris Mack, Jared Kripke. I've had my eyes on those guys for a long time. I've known Tyler Kemp for a long time. And one day I was like, hey, let me shoot my shot. Let me take a shot at MPG. And, well, I had a very good match with Tyler Stevens, got the W in that one. And as you can see in front of me, I cashed in at the right time.
How many was that? When we saw you at MPG, was that your first time at MPG?
That was my debut.
Okay. See, that was our debut at MPG as well. So
Not a bad debut if you look right in front of me.
Oh yeah, real good debut.
Oh yeah, really good debut. Tyler Stevens, hell of a wrestler. Hell of a wrestler. He's training with Larry D down there Next Gen. That kid can go. And he's really good at what he does. And Draven Lee, nothing personal, just business.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that whole card had a lot of talent on it. There
Yeah,
that day.
that card had plenty of talent on it. Draven Lee, Chase Stevens, James Storm, Dylan McQueen, a lot of the homegrown talent there. Of course, you had the Queen of Indiana, Tyler Kent, DOC, and Eric Valkyrie in that hardcore match.
Yep.
And I mean, it got a little violent.
Yeah, that was a good hardcore match.
I mean, I've seen more violence come out of a high school football game, but it was still violent enough to where there was blood, and it was entertaining for the most part.
Yeah, and all them guys you named, you forgot one other good talent. Slaughterville Nightmare Gavin Alexander was there.
I was there, yes. You guys didn't see the best of me that night. I've got plenty more in store.
Oh, okay. Well, that means I'll be impressed next time I see it, because I thought you was put on a pretty good show that night. So I'm looking forward to Are you going to be at MPG? Yeah, you're going to be at MPG 29th for a street fight, right?
Oh yeah, I have the amazing Pookie in a street fight that night, and when I said in my promo that 2022 is the year of violence, that's not a catchphrase. It's gonna be a way of life.
Have you ever met against or went against the amazing Pookie before?
No, I have not. I've never. That was the first time I met him. Was at that show. It was the first time I ever seen him. And now Tyler puts me in there with him in a street fight for my MPG multimedia title. Something that, yeah, everyone's bitching. I didn't earn it. It wasn't my time to take it. No, see, it's called opportunity. When you have an opportunity, you kick that door in, or you're always going to wonder what if. Well, I kicked the door in, and I'm sorry, Draven. I'm sorry. You were celebrating. You were all gung ho. You were the new champ. Well, only for about a minute till you choked out.
Maybe a minute. I don't even know if he had. I don't know if he had the title for a minute.
Oh, it was a minute.
But
it was
hey,
exactly 50 seconds.
Hey, I like your style. I completely agree. If there's an opportunity knocking, hey, you got to kick that door through and take it.
Oh, I'm going to, and that's what 2022 is about. I see opportunity. I'm handed an opportunity. I'm going to kick that door in, sit my feet up on the table, drink a cup of coffee, light up a Newport, and be like, now I'm here. You will know who I am.
You said that street fight they had at the last one was kind of entertaining. Can we expect a little bit more violence out of this street fight since the Slaughter Nightmare Gavin Alexander's involved?
Slaughterville isn't a place. It's a state of mind. If you look at our society today, our society is made up of corruption, hatred, and bullshit. I take that, I feed off that, and I explain to everyone who I'm working against, look, now you've seen what you see on the media. I'm going to bring it to your life. We live in a violent society, and I represent that violence society.
I think we need some of the violence needs to be, because the society's getting a little soft.
The society's gotten weak. Cancel culture. Oh, you say this, you hurt my feelings.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go to Facebook and Twitter and pout about it and boo-hoo. No, damn that.
Everybody's offended by something anymore.
The days of being men are coming and going.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
People fear. Fear is the worst emotion to hold. once you kick fear in the face, why care about anything else?
Yeah, once you get past that fear, you feel like you can accomplish anything.
Yeah. And I used to be one of those. I used to fear. And then I looked in the mirror one day and I said, you know what? You don't live forever.
Yeah, only have one life. Got to take advantage of it while you have the chance.
Very much so.
Uh,
And now the amazing Pookie has an opportunity. He has an opportunity to make my title reign very short. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all because that takes money out of my pocket. That takes food off of my table. That takes stuff out of my wife's pockets. I don't play that.
Does you said this is the first time you ever wrestled him? Have you done any scouting on him or anything to get ready for your title defense?
Oh yeah, I study everybody. That's just how it is. You got to find a weakness, and I found Pookie's weakness.
Find the weakness and exploit it.
I will not share that weakness, and I'm going to exploit it. I'm going to exploit it like Larry Flynn did all those models in Hustler.
You after you beat Pookie and retain your title, is there anybody that you have your eyes set on in PG to defend it against next?
I take all comers. I don't fear one man.
I was gonna say you take all challengers welcome.
Any challenge, I don't care who. I don't care if it's Pookie again. I don't care if it's Eric Valkyrie. I don't care if it's DOC. I don't care if it's Sanjay or Draven Lee. I don't care who it is. You want to step up, you're going to go to sleep in a very violent way.
We have a fan in the comments section with a question.
Okay.
Skylar Mulman. What motivates the Slaughterville Nightmare, Gavin Alexander?
What motivates me, huh? After doing this for almost 20 years, I've looked at the wrestling world and it's like, look, I'm tired of glass ceilings. I'm tired of doors being slammed in my face. I am a man on a mission to prove that this has not been a joke of a career. I am going to make my mark, and I'm going to make it in a violent way. I guess I started with MPG. Who knows where I'm at next?
So, I know you said you're going to be in Kentucky this next year. Is there any other organizations in Indiana that you might be at?
You never know where I'll show up. I get a phone call. I get asked to come in. I come in. I beat people up. I leave. If they want me back after, I'll be back. If not, hey, some poor soul got their head handed to them on a silver platter.
And then move on to the next one.
Yep. You never know where I'll be at.
Well, what do you think? You said you've been doing this for 20 years. What do you think the hardest thing about being on the independent as a wrestler in independent wrestling scene?
Hardest thing about being on the independent scene.
Is it getting your name out there, or
politics, getting your name out there? You know, you could have rubbed one person the wrong way, and then a lot of other people get rubbed the wrong way when they don't know who the person really is.
They just go by hearsay instead of actually.
Yeah, they go by hearsay and not actually find out who the person really is.
If you were going to give a young kid coming up decided they want to get in this business, what would be your best advice to him?
Find out who you are. Find out who you are before you step in the ring. Find out what you want to be. Find out what motivates you. Me, I want to leave a legacy. I have 2 children of my own, and then I've got 4 with my fiance of hers.
Big family.
I want to leave a legacy that my family can be proud of. Yeah, the fans don't like me. I can give a damn about the fans. Either you like me or you hate me. There's no gray area. And if I'm liked, I'm liked. If I'm not, I'm not. I'm not changing for anybody. I've done that for so many years. I would switch who I am. I would pander to what people would want me to be. Well, I'm tired of being what people want me to be. It's me needing to be me.
Yeah, be who you were meant to be instead of trying to satisfy other people.
Yeah, I'm tired of pleasing people. It's time to please myself and please my family.
What can fans expect out of this street fight on January 29th at MPG Wrestling?
Violence. Violence on a level that MPG has never seen. Violence on a level that some people, I mean, if you got a queasy stomach, please have a puke bucket next to you, because it's going to be very vile, very painful. It's going to leave a mark.
I'm excited for it because we'll be there streaming it live again like we was last time. So I'm excited to see that match.
Well, as I said, I've never wrestled the amazing Pookie. I've watched his work. He can go, but I just don't know if he'll hold up to me.
Yeah, we got to see him at that last show. That was the only time I've seen him work.
I've watched his work. I've done my research. He's from that 1574 dimension. You know, he's calling himself the American-born killer. That's cute, American-born killer. But see, I'm an in-ring serial killer. I don't care about my own well-being as much as I don't care about their well-being. And when you're trying to take money out of my pocket, I definitely don't care.
Oh yeah, you got to do what you got to do to keep that money coming in. And like you said, as long as you have that title, that's more money. You get the perks of being the champion.
Yeah, but see, I don't fight just for this.
Yeah.
I fight for myself. This might sound like a politically correct thing to say, but I fight for the ones who always had that thumb held down on them. I fight for the ones who was always told they were never good enough, that was told that they could never wrestle, that they were told that they'd only stick to one company because no one else would ever want them.
Hey, there's been a lot of people that's been told that went on to have successful careers. Just like you're doing.
I've been told because of my size, I would never mean anything. Because I was in a car wreck, I would never wrestle again. Well, guess what? 20 years, I must be doing something right.
Oh, yeah. If you weren't doing something right, people wouldn't keep calling you back.
Exactly.
Got another question from Skylar. Is there a certain person you'd want to work with in 2022, or a specific company you'd want to work for?
I want to travel as much as I can. I want to shoot my shot. I want to go to GCW. I want to go to AAW. I want to go to Next Gen down in Kentucky. I want to go through Tennessee. I want to head out to Cali, maybe hit Missouri. You know, I want to go all over. Hell, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to England.
Japan, I think Japan would be awesome.
I want it all.
Now,
I settle for nothing less than greatness.
Now, in your throughout your career, have you wrestled in a lot of different states?
I've wrestled in a few states, as I said, Wisconsin, Tennessee, Indiana, Illinois, Nebraska, but I want more.
Going to try to get more out west and cover the whole country more?
I want more. I don't care where or who. I want more.
What about a specific company? But that's basically like you said earlier. If somebody calls you, you'll come in and beat somebody's ass. And
pretty much, I had equal opportunity head kicker at this point.
Is there a big difference in like different styles of independent wrestling when you go from like state to state, from like maybe like Illinois to Indiana, or?
They've got different mentalities. Like you get to the Chicago area, and Chicago, it's very rich in Mexican heritage. I mean, for some reason, an upper state really believes in lucha libre in the Chicago area, a lot of strong style. Then you get down to Tennessee, and you got the old school, you know, like Jerry Lawler, Tracy, Bobby, You know, a lot of the old school, then you get to Indiana, and it's a mix of both. Illinois is definitely a melting pot. California, definitely a lot of lucha libre and gimmicks and some death matches. You got death matches popping up all over the place, which, yes, you will see my face somewhere in a deathmatch tournament or somewhere in a deathmatch company, even if it's for one shot, because I have a bloodlust that needs to be fed badly.
See, that's one thing I haven't got to do yet is go to a death match live, and that's something I plan on doing here in 2022 is going and checking one out because I've seen. Don't get me wrong, I've watched a bunch of videos, and the atmosphere it looks awesome.
Well, I know that from death matches to street fights to regular just technical wrestling, tag wrestling, if done right, tag team wrestling is such a beautiful thing.
Yes. Another question from Skylar. Who is your idol in this business?
I've got many idols. I've got many of them. Honestly, when it comes to tag team wrestling, beautiful Bobby Eaton. That's top of the list. Tracy Smothers, big idol of mine. I remember being a young kid and watching him on TV, and then to get to do seminars and train with him and be on shows with him and even work against him. You know, the old saying is never meet your idol because you'll be disappointed. I was never disappointed in being around Tracy. Of the new school era, Callahan. Sammy Callahan motivates me. There's just too many to list. Savage, Piper, Jake the Snake Roberts, Kevin Sullivan, Bruiser Brody.
Jake the Snake's one of my favorites. I got to meet him and actually got lucky enough to be able to sit down. I don't know, sit out probably about an hour talking to him, but we sitting out smoking a cigarette, just talking. He was one of the coolest dudes that I've ever met.
Jake seems pretty chilled. Yeah.
Then another question. This one's actually from my dad. What's the biggest change in wrestling over the last 20 years?
Nowadays, a lot of the new schoolers don't know about telling the story in pro wrestling. They don't know about psychology of pro wrestling. They don't know how to not do a million things. You know, it's called work smart, not hard, guys. You don't have to kill yourselves. But sometimes killing yourself is a little fun. That's why I'm going to enjoy this street fight.
Yeah, that's one thing that I agree with you 100%. You get a lot of the new school guys that all they care about is the move set and flying around, where you got to have the storytelling and the psychology, or all those moves don't mean anything.
Exactly. If you don't tell a story, what you're doing don't mean shit.
That's what me and my dad both have been, because we go to some of these shows and you just see all the flip flopping in like every match, and it's like, no, that's not what a pro wrestling show is.
Exactly.
But then you do run into some of the older school guys like yourself and other guys that do tell a story, know how to do psychology, know how to work the crowd. And that's when you get, especially at these little independent shows, that's when you get a great atmosphere and a moment that you always remember.
Oh, most definitely.
But back to, during this street fight here with Pookie, is it basically, do you have to pin him in the ring, or is it a false count anywhere? How they doing this street fight?
All I got told it was a street fight. You know what? I might pin him at the county line. I might go all the way up to City Hall and hit a package pile driver. I don't know. All I know is we got to take it to the streets. I was born in the streets. I was raised by the streets. I'll die in the streets.
Whatever it takes to keep that title and keep building your legacy.
That's exactly right, because legacy is the most important thing in my eyes.
All right. Well, is there anything else that we haven't covered, or anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
In 2022, Gavin Alexander will have a Store Frontier merchandise store.
Okay.
I will be posting dates on where I will be seen. Please check out my agent Larry Jennings's profile, because he will be telling everyone where I'll be, who I'll be facing. I'm available. I've gotten dates already getting booked. I would like to fill more.
Okay. And when you get that information, like where you're going to be at or shows or anything, send that stuff to me, and I will post. I will post it on all of our pages, and help you get your name out there even more here in Indiana.
I will be more than happy to. I mean, I love this business. I always have, ever since I was a kid. You know, I was raised around it. And now that I've been doing it for 20 years, I love it more and more every day.
See, that's how I was. I was raised around. I've grown up. My dad's a hardcore fan. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to watch AEW right now. I mean, he watches it every day of the week. He don't miss wrestling.
The family's downstairs watching it right now.
So now I'll be turning it on here in just a minute when we're done. But so we watch everything. And then when my son was born, we started taking him to the independent shows, which now he's 21. So it's like, I see a lot of the guys now that I watched wrestle, like Jake Oman. I remember watching him years ago, and then see him now where he's at. And it's like, man, this dude's pretty damn good.
I got one more thing to say, and I want to point this just in the MPG roster. You're going to have to kill me to break my legacy. Monsters aren't real, but killers are. In 2022 will be the year of the violent legacy. I hope you boys are ready, because I am.
MPG roster, you've heard it. I want to thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you on January 29th.
They'll have to kill me to take